What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul. This is the Leeds Therapy. Thank you as ever for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. Excuse me. That's going to happen probably quite a lot in this video. On the screen, you'll see all of my socials. So if you can make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, that you are commenting on the video, you got your notifications turned on, all of that kind of good stuff, liking the video, hyping the video, the usual bits and pieces. We're also on all of your audio podcasts as well. So if you're listening on Apple or on Spotify, please make sure that you give the audio a nice little like rating for me as well. So, what an interesting 48 hours of football we've all experienced. It's all been a little bit delulu, as the kids say these days. It's all been almost preposterous, which is easy for me to say. So, there's been an absolutely bonkers set of stuff going on, moving around and happening and stuff. So, we, excuse me, somehow miraculously draw at Chelsea. Tottenham sacked their manager, so Thomas Frank is gone. Dyche has also been sacked. Pereira is now on his way to Nottingham Forest, which seems strange that one was worked out that quickly. Marinakis must be just lobbing absolute shed loads of money at that. Crystal Palace are definitely in trouble as well. Glasner doesn't look like he's having a very good time of it at all, and you can't really blame him too much, just purely because of the people that have been sold from underneath him, all of that kind of good stuff. They were 2-0 up against Burnley, and I don't know how it happened, but Burnley turned it round and won 3-2 away from home. So, just bonkers. You know, we were panicking with regards to West Ham maybe pulling it into within 3 points because we were potentially losing against Chelsea. West Ham concede a really, really late equaliser, which means that the gap stays at 6. We're now above Nottingham Forest. We're now above Tottenham. We're 2 points behind Crystal Palace. Excuse me, sorry. We're 2 points behind Crystal Palace, and we are also, I believe, 6 points off Sunderland as well. And who would have thought that after the fantastic start that Sunderland had as well? But it just feels very, very weird to almost be the grown-ups in the room, if you know what I mean. We know we were probably very, very close to getting rid of Farke in and around about the Man City game. That's when we were all thinking, yeah, I think we've had enough of this now and we need to try something different. The second half at City happens and the rest is history. It's just mad to me that within all of this, we appear to be the only sensible side at all within this bottom grouping of teams that are, you know, within, well, where they are effectively. And it feels good, but it also feels a little bit strange as well. So for Forest, with Pereira coming in, that's their 4th manager this season. That is bonkers. And take it from a team or a fan of a team that experienced that, it's not a good look. It doesn't work very, very well. Excuse me. Yes, you might get the new manager bounce. Yes, you might be able to pick up a couple of points and everything, but it takes time for a manager to be able to, particularly when you're under the pressures of being as far down the table as Forest are, of being able to pick up those points. I mean, the situation was mental last night. I mean, Forest had 35 shots, couldn't score. Wolves held on for dear life. I tweeted saying that Wolves could do a very, very funny thing last night, and they nearly did right at the very, very end. But after the game, Marinakis went into the changing rooms and was basically berating everybody, telling everybody how crap they were. I believe Morgan Gibbs-White and somebody else walked out, and then it turns around that Dyche is getting sacked, and that was notified, I think, at about, I want to say, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning this morning. So just nuts. That just the merry-go-round that is happening around us that for once, as a team, we don't seem to be on. And we need to take these opportunities now that are being put in front of us, and we need to start looking at, what we can do to capitalise on that. We've got a tough couple of games coming up. Villa away, Man City at home. Some very, very tough games coming up. We could almost expect to maybe not pick up any points in those games whatsoever at all, just purely because of the teams and where the team's positions are. But anything is possible, and the confidence is high within the boys. That being said, it like I said, it just feels... I mean, I don't know. I mean, De Zerbi's out there now. He got sacked by Marseille. So there's probably a very, very strong chance that he's probably going to walk in at Tottenham. Tottenham, as well, as an aside, have only picked up 10 points at home this season. 10 points. That's it. That's all that they've picked up at home this season. That's not good enough. And I believe, other than Man City and Arsenal, I want to say, we have the best record since December in the league in terms of matches not lost, I should say. Not in terms of not losing matches. Not best record in terms of performances, but best records in terms of matches not lost. And I think what you've found with us at this moment in time, take the Arsenal game out of the equation. I always say that. The Arsenal game is a complete outlier. There's been a level of consistency in what we've done and in how we've played. And that's kind of borne out. Players have stepped up to the mark when they've been asked to. Justin is basically turning into Stuart Dallas Mark II and playing everywhere. And I absolutely love the guy. I think he's a brilliant, brilliant defender. You've got Okafor that's played well in the last 2 games and kind of stood up a little bit. There's been a bit of a drop-off from Aronson, but then there's been other players around him that have picked up. Gruev's had a couple of games. Gruev? Well, I don't know why I said it like that. Has had a couple of decent games as well. So players are starting to pick up the pace a little bit. And I said this in my review video after the Forest game, was that what's really, really noticeable or prevalent now is that Leeds United as a team has an identity. Leeds United as a team has just a thing about it at the moment that is recognisable, that you can go, yeah, nobody looks forward to playing us. Nobody looks forward to playing us at all. And when I look at the other teams in and around us, so you look at Spurs, you look at Crystal Palace, you look at Forest, you look at maybe not so much West Ham, because West Ham are picking up the points a little bit now, but Forest in particular, West Ham to a certain degree, Crystal Palace, as I said, Wolves, and there's Burnley. They don't seem to have that identity of what they're supposed to be, if that makes sense, and that's something I think that is really, really beneficial to us as a team. But not only that, now when you look at the table, us being 15th as opposed to 16th, psychologically does so much for those players that are out on the pitch, because they're now looking up a little bit more and going, right, who can we look at? Who can we start to tick off moving forward? So we need to be looking at Crystal Palace as the next option. That's where we need to be going next. Right, can we overtake Crystal Palace? Can we catch Crystal Palace? Can we even catch Sunderland? I know I shouldn't talk about Sunderland, and it's not because of being salty, but it's just that's the funny thing, obviously, because it looked like Sunderland were copying our notes for players to be signed, and they were just throwing a lot of money at it, which got them over the line, which was good. But it just seems strange that the chaos that is going on in the Royal Rumble, that is the relegation of the Premier League 2025-2026. And yes, we're involved in it, but we appear to not be involved in the chaos that's going on. And you kind of can't help but say to yourself, were Forest to go down, you could almost go, they absolutely deserve that to happen to them, purely off of the basis of you can't always throw money at something to get it to work. You can't just chop and change managers all the time just to get them to see if they can make the players that you've bought work. And the players need to step up to the plate a little bit more as well. It's just a really, really, really bizarre set of circumstances. I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. And it's going to get tight. It's going to get testy as the remainder of the season goes on. But just thank the God that we're not stuck on a manager merry-go-round at this moment in time. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to do it for this one, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to click the like button. Excuse me, sorry. Please don't forget to click the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn your notifications on. Make sure all of that good stuff is going on. If you're listening on an audio, please give it a like rating as well. And, yeah. Take care of each other. Most importantly, take care of yourself. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Take it easy. Cheers.